Welcome to Baachu Brexit Update 18th of October. So this week is very interesting week. A lot of things have happened. So before I moved into what the EU speaks, how the UK reacts to it and how the businesses approached it, let me give a quick summary of where we are with relations to Brexit. As you know, in a dramatic U-turn of events, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson's tenacity has actually paid off. Somehow he got the EU leaders to approve his version of the Brexit deal. But is it his version of the Brexit deal? No, it is imperative to understand that Johnson's deal is very identical to what Theresa May, the previous PM, had offered and gotten approval from the United Kingdom. So what are some of the similarities? Number one, May had listed, which essentially means that the UK commits to give a payment of £38 billion to the EU. That stays as it is. The rights of EU citizens and the UK citizens living in Europe and the freedom of information will be preserved, which is again is the same thing. Following again on Mrs. May's footsteps, Boris Johnson has also agreed to a standstill transition period until the end of 2020. If these are all the same things, what is the thing that he changed? Obviously, it's the backstop, that something has happened there. Nobody knew how in reality this will work, but predominantly, crucially, what it means is there is customs checks that will happen in the Irish Sea. We have to work out what that means, because part of the Good Friday Agreement, you cannot have borders in Northern Ireland. So let's see how that works. In addition to that, Northern Ireland is also going to follow the EU VAT rules, and also Northern Ireland will allow to stay aligned to the bloc's rules on goods and agriculture. So Northern Ireland will follow the EU procedures, and anything that moves from there to UK will follow so-called UK procedures. You need to check what that needs to happen, but this is where Boris Johnson is here. But as you know, tomorrow is the D-Day in the Parliament, and let's see how successful he's going to be. So the top 5 Brexit news this week. As you know, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has said that extension to Brexit is unavoidable. British MPs failed to vote in favour of PM Johnson's Brexit deal tomorrow. Addressing an EU summit, Merkel also suggested that the EU leaders should not push UK out without a deal and allow further extension to the deadline if requested. This is Germany's view. Here is PM Boris Johnson is, however, confident that his new deal will be approved in the UK Parliament by MPs in a special session, which is going to happen tomorrow, 19th of October, Saturday. The PM expects to win support from 23 former Tory MPs who now access independence, including 21 MPs whom he ousted from the Tory Parliamentary Party last month after they rebelled against a no-deal Brexit. So Daily Mail had a very interesting word on the headline, but I'm not going to say that. You could go and check what that means. So Northern Ireland's DUP, however, announced that it cannot support Boris Johnson's current Brexit plan, as it creates new divisions between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK, as I mentioned. DUP statement is being seen as a major setback for UK PM Boris Johnson, who needs its support for the Brexit deal. Here it lost his ally. However, SNP leader Ian Blackford has tabled an amendment to the Saturday's motion in the House of Commons to reject the new Brexit deal. Mr. Blackford has requested an extension on Brexit till at least 31st January 2020, which would allow for an early election in the UK. Mr. Blackford feels that PM Johnson's Brexit deal will be devastating for Scotland. Here we go. Scotland has its own needs and wants, and whatever that's been agreed, which is at the moment might work for England, might work for Wales, might not work for Northern Ireland, might not work for Scotland. Finance Minister Sajid Javid, on the other side, said he plans to deliver Britain's first post-Brexit budget on 6th of November. He assumes things are going to go normal, and he assumes his government is going to last, and he assumes he will be in post to deliver the budget. Good luck, Sajid Javid. The aim is to prepare the economy for future and trigger what he calls an infrastructure revolution within his budget statement. However, in case of no-deal Brexit, the government would act quickly to form an approach for supporting the economy, businesses, households following by the budget afterwards. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen tomorrow. Deal or no deal, we don't know, but either way, it looks like our finance minister is ready, Chancellor is ready to do what it takes. So we already know how the EU reacted to it. EU provisionally has approved. Jean-Claude Juncker, the president of European Commission, announced that the Brexit deal stated by PM Johnson protects the right of EU citizens in the UK and British expats living across Europe. Juncker also concluded that the political declarations mark an ambitious free trade agreement in coming future. Obviously, EU provisionally has approved. Why do you think they might have approved? There are 5 reasons. Number one, lots of it is the same, as you already found. Number two, the Irish border issue is solved for a bit. Then number three, it'll be up to Northern Ireland, Irish people to actually decide what they want to do. Number four, the single market is still protected. Number five, Boris Johnson has said it will get through Parliament. You know, out of 5, what are the things that might flip? But either way, let's be positive. As per Simon Coveney, the Finance Minister of Ireland, the new Brexit deal struck between the British government and the European Union is a big step forward towards a mutual agreement. Mr. Convey states that the current Brexit deal recognizes all the issues they have been raising since last 3 years. So that keeps Ireland and North Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland together. The border will be on the Irish Sea. Ireland will follow European Union principles. UK will follow UK because UK, there's a question mark. Okay, so what will they do? Well, let's see. How are the businesses responding with all this stuff? The president of Association of Germany's Chamber of Commerce and Industry, DIHK, Eric Schweitzer, stated that the long back and forth on Brexit has had a negative impact on the economic ties between Germany and Britain. Britain reaching an agreement with EU to withdraw from the bloc will offer some respite. He's moved on to a very other position. Britain's job market has weakened with the number of employees unexpectedly filing in the most in over 4 years. Also, with Brexit approaching, there has been an increase in unemployment witnessed as per the official data released by Office of National Statistics. Employment fell by 56,000 to 32.69 million in 3 months to August. So this is a high-level summary of what happened, and we need to wait for tomorrow to have the deal or no deal in the UK Parliament, but at least we have covered ourselves with the European Union. So for the most relevant Brexit updates concerning business, politics, and economics, subscribe to our newsletter at baachu.com/Brexit readiness. Our next Brexit readiness webinar is the 22nd of October, which is going to be Tuesday. We'll see how the weekend pans out, and I'll speak to you there. Have a good, relaxing weekend. Thank you.